welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Northwest Small Batch Brewing, and today doing a video on not so much brewing tip or part of the brewing process, more of a PSA, if you will. Sort of like I did this so you don't have to kind of video. Let me pour myself a beer here. Oh yeah, I've been really getting into these black lagers lately. I really enjoy them. This one's by, well, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's from Astoria, so it's an Oregon beer. It must be Bowie. I don't know why, but when you look at the way it's written, it looks like it says boy.
Yeah, boy!
Anyway, Bowie, tall boy, 16 ounce. Check, dark lager. So there you go. If that's something that's floats your boat. All right, so about this video, this has to do with what kind of products you should buy depending on where you're at, and well, I'll get into it. Before I get started, if you could do me a favor, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. It really helps out, and you get notified every time I put out a new video, and helps keep me motivated to keep putting out new videos. So I bought. I'm gonna have to like start the story so you understand where I'm coming from. I have a kegerator that has a front closing. What do they call it? A front whatever tap. So basically what happens is the beer comes all the way to the front of the tap, and then it gets it can get dry and sticky.
Oh my!
Inside the mechanisms, and you can get more chances of bugs and stuff up in there. It's just not as nice, right? It doesn't stay cold, right? So that it may not flow as well and that sort of thing. So I decided at some point, and I had planned on doing this, I was going to replace it with a sealing. Sealing's the word I'm looking for. Rear sealing tap, so that it seals it further back towards the back of the tap. That way you don't get all the sticky junk up front, and it's supposed to pour better. All this, it's a better design. So there are two companies that really are at the forefront of this. Nukatap, which is a company from, well, I believe it's produced by Kegland, which is in New Zealand. Well, I'm having a day. It's in Australia. And then there's another brand, Perlick, that's, I believe, made here in the United States. So I went with the nukatap version because I've used Kegland products before, and I think they make really good products. But I decided at some point that it was not a good choice for me. And I had a video, I think that it would have already posted, so I'll put a link up in the corner to my nukatap video. But the point being is that it's hard to get parts for it. If you want to get like seals and things, Kegland does not have their own storefront here in the United States. So if you're here in the United States, you have to buy from a vendor that's a distributor, like More Beer, right? The problem is More Beer charges arm and a leg for shipping unless you spend at least $59. So if all you need is like some replacement seals and you're desperate, you have to end up paying more for shipping than the seals are worth. So it's really annoying. And if you had Perlick, I wonder if it would be better, because Perlick's made here in the United States, so you would think it would be easier to find at any local homebrew store or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, let's move forward. So I got the nukatap that has a flow control. I'll throw up a picture here of what it looks like. Basically, there's a little dial on the side of it that's supposed to allow you to adjust the flow speed that comes out of the faucet. That way, if it's too high or too low, you can control how much foam and whatnot's coming out. And I basically thought it would make it a lot easier for me to fill bottles when I'm just trying to fill a couple bottles for friends to try my beer. So I have since found out that the flow control at the faucet is worthless. Not only is it worthless, I now have extra seals that I have to buy for that part of it, which means that it's actually more work to maintain, and the flow control really doesn't work. So I was doing some investigating and discovered that there is a device. I have it here. This is also in more beer. For some reason, it didn't occur to me that this was a kegland product, but this is a flow control that goes on your tap. So this goes right onto the keg, and of course this is your liquid line that would come out. And you can control this little nozzle on the top turns, and you can control the flow with that. And what I read was that was way better than anything you can get on a tap. So I bought this, and I went to try to set it up. I cut the line on my kegerator, and I was excited, and I went to put it on this, and lo and behold, the line is too big. It doesn't fit. So I had to reconnect the line to my old connection with like 2 inches shorter, maybe an inch shorter line because I had cut it, to put it back together. That was frustration number one. This is a DuoTight item. DuoTight is a product, again, made by Kegland, I believe, that is basically, you don't need clamps or anything. It just has this built-in part where you just put the tube in, and it holds on and makes a tight connection. Which is great, except apparently it uses a different size tubing. So I had to go buy this 8mm tubing, you know, from More Beer, to be able to fit this. And then I was thinking to myself, I don't think this 8mm tubing is going to fit my keg. If I pull all that line out of the liquid line out of my keg, then I'm going to have to get some kind of adapter to hook it up to the back of my tap. And I just was like, I'm not doing that. I was already getting so frustrated at spending all this money on something that's like a $5 part. So I thought to myself, well, I have a picnic tap, right? And I'm only going to use this for filling, really for flow control for filling bottles, so I don't have to constantly mess with the regulator on my CO2. So I grabbed my picnic tap,
Boo-boo, would you like to see in my picnic basket?
and I cut the tubing off of it, and I tried to put it on here, like so. But guess what? It doesn't fit. You can even tell, I haven't messed with this. I don't know if you can tell or not, but the tubing is all squished because I was trying so hard. I even heated it up, you know, with hot water. I could not get it on this picnic tap. That's when I realized even the picnic tap is not the same size as a DuoTight, so it wouldn't work. So then I ordered, apparently there's a DuoTight sized picnic tap. So, and I realized that won't work, right? I mean, it might work. I don't know if I could put it on there and then just clamp it, maybe. But they recommended I bind another part. Oh my God, this is, you know, you see where this is going. So this piece, I believe, will be like a connector. So, boy, I've got too many things in my hands here, but basically you're going to put the small end, I think, on the picnic tap over here. I'm not going to put it on yet because I'm actually thinking about putting some Teflon tape because I was reading that it leaks. That's another issue. All the reviews say it leaks. I'm like, well, I mean, what are my options here? So I'm going to try some Teflon tape, and then I'll put this on, right? And then the tubing will go in this end. So it goes with the adapter, then the tubing. Then I'll have a picnic tap, and I should be able to just pop this on the keg and have flow control for filling bottles. What a pain in the butt. So the cautionary tale is, so here's the problem. I still feel like Kegland makes good quality products. I really do. And they're innovative. They're always coming out with things that other companies either don't want to do or don't even consider. I really like that Kegland's always thinking outside the box. But I wish they had storefront, you know, here in the United States, just so you can get parts and stuff, and things made more sense. I mean, if you've never used this stuff, like me, you wouldn't have known that you need different diameter tubing, and that, you know, you might need adapters and things. It's a little confusing for someone who's never used those products before. And then what ends up happening is you buy one product, and then you still need another one, then you have to buy that, and then you still need another one, and then you just have to keep paying all this money, you know, for shipping. So I guess my point is, either do a ton of research before you buy this stuff, and even then you might end up being a little frustrated because you might miss a part or get something you didn't need that you do need, blah blah. Or go with perlick, you know, and stick with that instead. At any rate, I thank you for stopping by and staying till the end of the video. I'll be here next week for another full video, and until then, thanks for stopping by, and happy brewing.